What's going on, guys? It's Joey Sin, and we're back today to talk about 5 ab workouts you can do at home or in the gym or wherever. You can do these literally anywhere, as you'll see in the video. Now, why are we doing these 5 workouts? Well, there's 3 areas mainly we're going to target in this video. We're going to target your upper abdominal wall, your lower abdominal wall, okay, basically which are separated by your belly button. And we're going to target your internal obliques, which are on the sides right here, which run along down toward your lower abdomen, right on the outside. We're not going to specifically target your external obliques, which run along this way, beneath your lat and above your internal obliques. We're going to touch a little bit on the core, and your core wraps around your whole body. It's your entire front abdominal area, the internal obliques, the lower back on the back side, and a couple of other muscles on your iliopsoas and so forth, and your spinal erectors and things like that. We're not going to target every little muscle in this video. We're going to get all the fun ones, the upper lower abs, okay? We're going to teach you how to trim your waist down, even without burning body fat, which gets us into the first exercise. There's going to be 5 exercises in today's video, and basically we're going to start off with the lower abdominal wall. The reason why we're starting with this one is because it's so easy to execute, and you're going to see what we're talking about. Basically, we're going to line our back and bring our knees toward our chest. You're going to see some examples in the video, and this exercise, the value of this is going to really trim our abdominal wall, our lower abdominal wall. Not so much the body fat on top, that's a layer that we have to burn off, okay? So that's different than just making our stomach smaller, but our stomach will get what's called tighter, okay? So your muscles will contract, and they'll be used to contracting, and they'll be stronger, and you'll have a tighter waist, thus shrinking your waist, all right? And then today's video, you're gonna see, we're gonna do a set of 50 reps, work your way up to where you're doing 4 sets of 50. We're gonna talk more about that when I demonstrate the exercise for you. Next exercise is going to be the upper abdominal wall. This one basically is called a core crunch. The reason why we call it a core crunch, it's a crunch, but we're going to make sure your lower back is on the floor the whole time. And again, we're going to demonstrate for you the sets and the reps and the technique in that later on. After that, we're going to hit both the upper and lower abdominal wall with the V-up, one of my favorites. It's pretty self-explanatory as far as why it's named a V-up. You're going to see that one as well. After that, we're going to go through the bicycle. Bicycle's an old favorite, but we're going to talk about execution of all these movements and how to properly execute them. And again, like why these should be part of your staple every day. You can do these every day, okay? And then also another one, the last one we're going to cover is the prone iso knee touch. So look at the name of the exercise, prone. We're going to be in the prone position. It's isometric for our core, and we're going to touch our knee to our elbow, which you're going to see demonstrated. Now, I chose these 5 because these 5 are going to cover the most popular areas that usually most of us want to improve, which is our upper abdominal wall, the lower wall. Again, these are separated by the belly button, and the internal obliques here. And we're going to show you why each of these is important for each of those areas and give you a concrete, clear routine that you can follow and practice every day with or without a gym or any equipment. Basically, you need a floor. Preferably, it's not too hard, but that's really all you need to execute these 5 movements. So that's the purpose of this video, and you can take these with you for the rest of your life. So again, that's enough with the intro. Let's get into the exercises and see what it looks like. Okay, here we go with the first exercise. This one is called the lying leg raise. You can see why it's called that, because we're on our back, we're lying down, and we're raising our legs up toward our chest. Notice the most important thing here you want to keep in mind is your lower back is always on the ground. So if your shoulders dip down toward the floor, then you're doing it wrong, because then your abs won't be as activated. So what's happening here is our abdominals have constant tension because our shoulders are up. Now the next important thing is notice how the shins and the feet are always on pretty much the same plane, so they're not going up and down. So don't like dip your feet, let your feet hang down, or raise them up too high, because what we're trying to do is keep that tension always on the lower abdominal wall beneath your belly button. All right. Now this is the one that's really going to trim your waist down and really tighten your waist up, because as your muscles get stronger, they're going to get tighter. You will still have a layer of fat there, where most of us do, but this will help actually trim your waistline and actually shrink your waist. It is possible to do that through this exercise. We're going to do 1 set of 50 here. It's a good way to work up to 4 sets of 50 is probably a good idea. Do 200 reps, and then a really good progression from there would be to try to do 200 reps total. So again, this exercise is going to work both your upper and lower abdominal wall, as well as your internal obliques. Those are those muscles right alongside your abdominals with the lines or whatnot that go down your obliques. So we're going to specifically target those areas. This exercise we can do anywhere. We have a floor, one of the benefits to it. So if you can't work your way up to 50 reps for the first set, go ahead and do 30. I recommend doing at least 4 sets. Ideally, I want to see you do with a lot of these exercises, you notice a theme, around 200 reps. That's ideal. So if we do 4 sets of 50, that's 200. Another progression we could do with this one is to bring it up to where we just do 1 set of 200. So you could do 1 set of 50, 1 set of 50, 1 set of 50, 1 set of 50, with 30-second breaks in between, and you work your way up to doing a set of 100, a set of 100, or a set of 75, 75, 50, and then all the way up to where you could do 200 straight would be an excellent goal. You'd be surprised at your abdominal progress and the results you can achieve with that. So the next movement's going to be a crunch with your legs lifted up. So notice it's similar to the the lying leg raise position, where notice our lower back is touching the floor the entire time. Our shoulders are up the entire time. We're just going back and forth. We're going from some tension to more tension. So in this movement, there's never no tension in the abdominals. So there's always some tension there because our shoulders are always relatively up off the mat, and our lower back is always touching the mat. Our feet are up in the same plane as the lying leg raise. Our knees are kind of below our hip line. So if you notice from the horizontal plane, our knees are below our hip line there. And from here we do, I think, about 25 reps. And it's a good way to work up to about 100 reps total. So you could do this for 25 reps, take 30 seconds, do 25 more, and then etc. until you hit 100. And then another progression from there would be you could take it to 100 reps total without stopping. So as you improve these exercises, you can improve your performance in these to help motivate yourself. And of course, this one trains the upper abdominal wall, which is above your belly button, and right at the top of your rib cage is the muscles that we're targeting specifically here. Okay. All right, this one's everyone's favorite. Not really. This is the prone iso knee touch. So obviously we're going to be in a prone position this time, which means your elbows here and your feet are on the floor like that. So notice the placement of the elbows. They're not in front of your shoulders. They're below your shoulders, guys. So don't hold them in front of your shoulders level with your head. Hold them beneath your shoulders, kind of level with your lats there. See how that works? And then, so notice another important point here is a straight line from the middle of your head through your hips, through the middle of your feet. That's the idea you want to have in your head while you're doing this. It's not going to be perfect. So now you try to keep your body still while you bring that knee up toward your elbow and turn it at the same time. So turn it up toward the elbow and down, turn it up toward the elbow, down, alternating. So in this case, I think we're going to do 30 reps and then stop. Here we go with the bicycle, bicycle, bicycle. You want to ride your bicycle. Anyway, great ab exercise, upper and lower abs. See how tight my hands are behind my head? Shoulders are always off the ground. Elbows squeezed together, twisting the body. Opposite elbow touches the opposite leg. Try to touch the opposite knee from your opposite elbow on the other side. Straighten the opposite leg from the elbow that touches the knee. So if your right elbow is touching your left knee, your right leg wants to be extended and vice versa. You're going to try to twist as much as you can. Count these reps out. We're going to do 30 to 50 reps depending on your level, and let's take it from there. Okay, one of my favorite exercises is, of course, the V-up. Now, it's called a V-up because we're going to make a V with our body, a little bit tighter than a V. And what's happening here is we're actually going to go all the way back with our head and arms at the same time, and our legs. So our head, arms, and legs all go away from each other at the same time. You want to keep your head kind of aligned with your arms as you come up, and boom, right there. So flex. So this one, obviously, we're targeting both the upper and lower abdominal wall. So all the way back, breathe in, breathe out, squeeze at the top, breathe in, breathe out, squeeze at the top. We're going to do 15 reps here. Now this one, there's tons of progressions, but for now, let's just focus on doing 4 sets of 15 reps. Breathe out, boom, squeeze. So as you can see, we're getting very effective work on both the upper and lower abdominal wall, basically the entire abs there, the V-up. Okay, here's another view of the V-up so you can see how in sync our arms and our legs are. So they're moving both up and down at the same time to each other. So breathe out on the way up, breathe in here, breathe out. Squeeze both the upper abdominal and lower abdominal wall at the same time. Looks like I'm talking to somebody because I think I am during this filming. So we're not going to let ourselves get distracted. We're going to finish this set. Again, it's 15 reps. Breathe in here, breathe out. So we're gonna hit the entire front abdominal wall, upper lower abs with just one movement here. And you could add some weight to your hands here to make it tougher, and even to your feet in between your ankles if you really want to challenge your whole body during this exercise. It's a great progression. All right, guys, so those are 5 exercises for the abs. Hope you like them. Hope you're feeling those. Now, again, we can practice these at least 3 days a week. If not, you don't have to do the whole routine 5 days a week or every day of the week, but you can, okay? Abs is something you can do every single day because they recover so quickly. Usually the smaller the muscle group, the more often you can train that muscle group. So with these muscles, they were very small and we use them so often, they are used to recovering quickly. They will be sore, especially after your first few workouts of performing some of these movements. But again, you will find yourself able to recover and able to do more of these as we go along. Watch some of the best fitness minds that ever existed in the world advocated for training abs every day. 2 off the top of my head, besides myself, would be Bruce Lee and Arnold Schwarzenegger. Both advocated doing these abdominal workouts every day. Some of these might have been ripped off from them, but it's okay. They ripped them off from somebody else, okay? I have some other exercises that I made up by myself, but we'll get to those later. These are the main ones that you should be focusing on for now. And again, you can do these at home. You can do these in the gym. You can do these on vacation. Doesn't matter. Wherever you're at your parents' house, if you're stuck at your in-laws' house or whatever it is, you can get these done. This is something that you can do. All you need is a floor to do it and the willpower, more importantly, right? So if you guys really like this video, go ahead, like, share, subscribe, do all those good things. Have a good time with it. Just enjoy the workouts, guys. If you have any questions, you can always ask down below in the comment section. I will do my very best to get back to you as soon as I can. And let me know if you guys want to see any other kind of content, specifically what you want to see. If there's a specific area of the abdominals that you want to see. We're going to be coming out with more things, but that's pretty much it for today. So yeah, so take those 5 exercises with you, and then in the future, guys, let's have fun and stay buff.